in the middle of nowhere. Nothing but green fields and a strange yellow road. Not at all like Kansas. When I went outside, there was no sign of anyone around. Well, except for the feet.
I'm sorry, feet?
Yeah, there were these 2 feet just sticking out from under the house.
Ew! Feet? You mean your house let out a person?
Yes! And they had on these lovely silver shoes. But that's besides the point. I was just starting to walk away from the house when all of these little people started popping out of nowhere. And when I say little, I mean little. They all seem very happy to see me, though. I'm gonna be so popular. And just when I was trying to think about what to say, this woman just appeared.
Well, how did you feel when you saw her?
Were you afraid?
At first, she was the only grown-up around, so I had to talk to her to see if she could tell me how to get home. She said that if I followed the road, I'd come to a city and there would be a man there who would tell me how to get home. Oh, she said I could wear these silver shoes. So I put them on and I set off.
Wait. You put on a dead woman's shoes?
Of course! The lady told me to. She said that the woman my house landed on was a wicked witch. So I thought it was okay. After I put them on, I started down the road. But there were some complications along the way. But I made some very nice friends who helped me along the way.
And what happened next? Did you find the city and the man?
Oh, yes. The city was beautiful. But the man was mean. He said that to help get me home, I'd have to do something for him first.
What did he ask you to do?
He said that the witch my house landed on had a sister, and that before he'd send me home, I'd have to kill her!
How did that make you feel?
What did you do?
I didn't want to kill her, but I really wanted to go home. And he said she was tremendously wicked, even more wicked than her sister. So I went to find her. And when I did, she got so angry when she saw I was wearing the silver shoes.
They were her dead sister's shoes.
Dorothy? What happens next?
She came at me and demanded the shoes. Well, I looked around to try to find something to defend myself with, but all that was there was a bucket of water, so I grabbed it and I tossed it on her. You'll never believe what happened next.
Well?
She just melted. It was so easy. I think I'll try defying gravity. It's time to try defying gravity. There's no in all of us, no wizard there ever was, who's ever gonna get me down.
So you took the shoes off this woman's dead sister's body, and then you went after the woman because you were going to kill her because some man that you had never met before told you she was wicked. And when she demanded the shoes that you stole, you killed her?
Dorothy, that's... Did you not think that maybe you had other options? Why not just give her the shoes? I mean, she was a witch. She may very well have been able to help you get home if you had just started a conversation with her.
Okay. First of all, I didn't know that water would kill her. And second, I just wanted to go home. The man in the city said she was wicked. And if I killed her, he'd send me home.
This has been enlightening. Why don't we just keep going? How about you, miss? Would you like to tell us about your adventures?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Alice.
Hi, Alice.
Alice?
Well, it started when my sister and I were sitting by the stream near our home, and she was reading the most boring-looking book. Since she wasn't paying any attention, I started looking around when I saw a rabbit go past. But it was the strangest thing. It was wearing a waistcoat and carrying a pocket watch.
That is strange. That's coming from me.
No, my sister was ignoring me, so I started following the rabbit. After a few minutes, he disappeared under this hedge, and when I looked, there was a huge rabbit hole. I leaned in, and that's when I fell.
Well, that must have been very frightening. Did you hurt yourself?
Not at all. I don't know how it happened, but I seemed to fall very slowly, and it felt like forever. I swear I nearly fell asleep, but then I landed.
Where did you land? Did you see the rabbit?
It was dark, and all I could see was a tunnel. That blasted rabbit was down there, and I tried to catch up with him, but by the time he came around the corner, he was gone. I did find a hall surrounded by doors, so I thought he must have gone through one of those.
Were you able to find the right door?
Eventually, there was a table with a key on it, and I could only find one door that the key fit. It was quite small, but just the right size for a rabbit. When I unlocked the door and looked through, I saw the most beautiful garden.
Oh, expand on that. Now, you must have found a way through the door, or your story would end right there.
Actually, I ran into some complications. It's very rude to leave sitting doors open, you know, so after I looked through it, I closed it up again to see if I could find some other way to get to see the garden. And I spotted on the table a drink on it with a little sign on it that said, "Drink me." There wasn't any marks of poison on it, so I thought it was okay.
Oh, please don't tell me you drank it.
Of course I did! There was not any other way out of that hole! And I really wanted to see the garden.
Alice, I understand your desire not to stay put, but that was very dangerous. If someone wanted to poison you, they would not write poison on the bottle.
Well, I know that now.
All right, that's good that you know that now. Please continue.
Well, after I drank, I then was too small to open the door. Fortunately, when I looked around, I saw a cake on the ground. and it said, "Eat me." So I ate some of that.
Oh.
Really? Really now?
Yes, really.
But how did you know that wasn't poison?
Oh, come now. Who poisons cake?
Ha! You'd be surprised.
Can I please finish my story now? If it's not too much trouble. When I started eating the cake, I then grew too big, which left me very unhappy. So I began crying. I cried so much that my tears flooded the hallway, and I had to swim through a river of my own tears. No, not a metaphor, an actual river of my own tears. Some animals had unfortunately, and then what I did was I grabbed the fan. I found it, and then it shrank me back to my more agreeable size. Some other animals, they unfortunately were caught in my flood as well. And after drying ourselves off on the bank of the river, I made casual conversation with them, mainly about my cat and her ferocious eating habits. Meow, 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 meow. He ran off at that. In hindsight, I suppose I could have chosen a better topic to break the ice. Sometime after that, I came upon a caterpillar smoking a hookah. A hookah of all things. He was sitting on the mushroom, and he said if I ate from one side of the mushroom, I would grow taller. And if I ate from the other side of the mushroom, I'd grow shorter. So I ate from one side, and then I ate from the other. And then I ate from one side, and I ate from the other. And ring around the rosy.
Alice! Alice! Is there any history of substance abuse in your family?
No. What?
Oh, no reason. Just idle curiosity. Please continue.
So then I came upon a tea party, which normally would be quite lovely, but was in fact really frustrating. They kept talking nonsense and asking me questions I didn't know the answer to, like, why's a raven like a writing desk? Oh, do you know the answer?
Edgar Allan Poe wrote on both, I suppose.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that writer.
Not as such, no.
I soon grew tired of that game, and then I got involved with an odd form of croquet played with flamingos and hedgehogs.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Who won, the flamingos or the hedgehogs?
When I say played with, I mean that quite literally. The flamingos with the croquet mallets and the hedgehogs with the balls.
That sounds rather inhumane. Did that bother you at all?
The Queen of Hearts demanded it! She was quite stubborn and quite fearsome, and she would scream to have people's heads lopped off at the slightest offense, and I didn't feel I could refuse, honestly! I like my pretty head where it is!
So this was all under duress. That must have been very, very frightening.
It was, and then I was called as a witness to a trial. Apparently the knave of hearts was accused of stealing the queen's tarts.
That's a crime. Me and the lost boys used to steal pies all the time. Hardly a crime.
Well, apparently the queen felt there was, okay? And I didn't see anything, so I didn't think I could make a good witness. Also, I started growing again.